Hello, welcome. This is Tim's Maniac Sports, and I'm coming to you today from Maniac Sports Studio number one. I just decided to name it that. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on here. Uh, I hope everybody's doing good. I know we have had a lot of Lions news. There's been a lot of free agent signings. They did some, moves, especially to in like the running back. Um, Jamal Williams is, of course, gone with Montgomery coming over from the Bears. Montgomery has had like over 1,000 yard rushing, and I think it's a good move. $18 million deal there, uh, 11 guaranteed, and the Lions have also brought in um, three people to uh, help with those cornerbacks. Uh, Go ahead and get yeah. So it's pretty good. We of course there's only been there's they basically got one real good shutdown corner in Gardner. Um and then they have a couple of kind of fast guys, but not really fast guys. But uh basically CJ Garner, uh, safety, shoot, and I mean, hey, it's somebody that knows how to win. It's somebody that is a shutdown corner, and it's somebody that has Super Bowl experience on a team that knows how to win, knows how to get it done, and he's somebody that knows the system, and if he doesn't work out like what we are expecting him to work out. We only got him for a 1 year deal, which seems pretty good. Um, of course, if he turns out to be that great shutdown corner, we're probably going to want to sign him back. Hopefully, we'll be able to sign him back. Um, is it enough? Of course, switching to David Montgomery, the running back the um, from the Bears, Jamal Williams. Hey, yeah, sure. I'm gonna miss the guy. He was a good locker room fella. Everybody knows how I felt about him. I felt he gave his heart and soul for this team. But I think we upgraded with bringing in Montgomery. Uh, and I think that it would have been just too much to try to keep Jamal Williams. Uh, but yeah, anytime you get somebody that is a force like Jamal that really wanted to be with the team, that really, I mean, heck, he was really telling. He really stood up to the NFL and also to the um, networks about how they treated the Lions, and that's what I liked about him. You know, um, but hey, it was time for him to move on. I wish him the best. Uh, I have no ill feelings towards him because, like I said, he wanted to be a Lion. He went ahead and actually chose it. Yeah, hi, welcome to Tim's Maniac Sports. I appreciate you stopping in. Uh, it's nice to be here. And yeah, as I was saying, I think that the Lions have upgraded in running back and also in the secondary. Uh, and they brought in three. Basically they brought in three people to shore up that secondary, but the best guy that they brought in was the last guy that they brought in, and that was C.J. Gardner. Gardner Johnson. They brought him in. He's shut down corner. Should work out great. Of course, then you also have Cameron Shutton. He's isn't the speedest guy, but he does know. He's been around in the league, and he knows how to really shut down. And of course, Emmanuel Mosley, another quarterback, but uh, just went ahead and signed them. We'll see how they work out. They each can play a role in making this team a better defense, because we know how we were eating up. We were eating up in that cornerback position. And they were able to score on us deep. So hopefully, you know with the additions that we have, it will be able to bring us up in defense, and we'll get more wins. I'm still hoping that in the draft, though, I still want to see them go mostly defense, because we still have some weaknesses at linebacker. We still need to go ahead and shore up the defensive line too. Because we got to be able to stop the run better, or continue to stop the run. We got to, of course, stop the, you bump and run, and also stop them from being able to pass on us like water. So this defense really needs to be better. Uh, and so I really want this draft to keep on build. I really want to get Dan Campbell and of course Brad Holmes to really just keep building that defense up. Uh, Everybody knows we're not going to have DJ Chark anymore, so we'll need to address that. Um, See what's going on there. Will Jameson Williams be that person that will take it over and take the ball in his hand and actually really go ahead and ball out like Brian Holmes drafted him to do? Uh, and hopefully with Ben Johnson and the second year, him being the second year offensive coordinator, hopefully he'll be able to keep uh, Jared Goff, and of course with the addition of Montgomery, and hopefully DeAndre Swift can go ahead and have a healthy year this year, and not get injured, of course, because that's one thing about DeAndre Swift. But if you go ahead and you put in the backfield, Montgomery and David Montgomery, and also DeAndre Swift, of course, you really should. I should really say that in the other order, because DeAndre Swift is the lead running back. But they brought in David Montgomery, and he may not be flashy, but he knows how to get the yards. He's more or less that straight up and down, north and south runner. You're not going to see a lot of the cuts and stuff like that from him, but he knows how to get the yards, and that's what we need. Um, and we know that that's what where we're dropped. Where the lines were stopped too. And if you look at one of the things that the Bears were successful on this year, and that was a run. And Montgomery was a part of that, of course. With Fields being also a part of the running. But Now, one of the things I said, one of the things in my description was aim high and expect more. Last year I expected the Lions to go ahead and win 10 or better games. That's what I expected. They fell short of that. Actually about one game because they went 9-8. They did have the winning record, but they still lost more than what I thought they should have. They had a bad start. And everybody knows, they had the number one, number two offense. Right at the beginning of the season. It did trickle down later on to being the number. I think it was like, but they ended up being at least a top 10 offense. So that, but their defense in a lot of those games they could not stop. So if you can go ahead and make this defense better, make this defense into top 10 defense, and that's getting the players because they needed players. Some of the players they re-signed, I'm not really keen on, but we'll see who's going to be the final package at the end of training camp, at the end of end of preseason, and at the end of everything else. What's going to be the final product that's put on the field? Who are they going to get in the draft? Are they going to pick up more free agents? And are they really going to be a better team? There's been some deals that have been restructured to try to bring in other players, and or actually to make more salary cap room. And as we know, Brad Holmes has been through salary cap hell his first 2 years, especially his first year. So because we had a lot of people on the books that are no longer with the Lions, so there was a lot of mistakes made by the previous regime, and we had to deal with that. But I think Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell did an awesome job. And at one time we thought, just everybody on Detroit Lions on the prowl, including myself, thought that it was more that we got stuck with Jared Goff that first year, because when we went ahead and traded Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford, that's, of course, that's no surprise to anybody now. But that first year, the Lions did take a step back. Then again, at the end of the season, they more or less started, getting things together, but it was too late, too little, too late to really do things right. Um, of course, the rookies, like Aiden Hudson, he did good, but he's gonna need to do better. Hopefully he needs to do better next year, being a second year, being a second year guy. So next year he needs to do better. But I really would like to see another stout offensive or defensive line guy by him, more or less on the other side. Going ahead and putting pressure on that quarterback, going ahead and getting sacks, because we need to be able to sack the other team's quarterback, and that's no matter who it is, and it doesn't look like it's going to be it doesn't look like we're going to be getting seeing much of Aaron Rodgers anymore. you know, Especially if once that deal is completed with the Jets. But hey, in some ways, I'll tell you what, in some ways, I wish Aaron Rodgers was just stay here because I don't want to see the Packers get a lot of draft choices and be able to rebuild their team. But I do think that we're on track. I'm expecting them to win the NFC North this year. Of course, these are early expectations, uh, but a lot of the other teams have been weakened. But see, that's going to that'll be depend on how Jordan Love does. Once he takes the helm, and if he can do things. And another thing is, I don't, you know, what's going to happen with these new receivers. How many draft picks are the Packers going to get if they do trade Aaron Rodgers, and how rapidly will they be able to build their team? But I think overall the Lions have did good in the draft under Brad Holmes. Uh, Jameson Williams, of course, we basically gave up his rookie season, so he was, pretty much being paid to do nothing the whole year. So, I mean, we've seen him a little bit, uh, but we didn't see his potential, And yeah, getting a touchdown, one touchdown drive, catch, his first throw of the year and stuff like that. His first day in the game. That's not enough. That's not enough. So he's brought in to be that speed receiver. To go ahead and but he's going to need to mature, and hopefully we have him healthy. I want to see the Lions win. I'm going to say I want to see them win. At least 13 games. Uh, it would be. This is what I want to see. I want to see them dominate the divisions in our, the NFC North. Uh, if you look at it, we did pretty much, as far as interdivision play, we were the one that held, we held the cards in that. As far as within the interdivision North, uh, the Vikings have lost a lot of people, so they're in rebuild mode. So I think the Vikings have took a step back. The Lions have took a few steps forward, and when the Vikings were being looked at as the weaker team, even though they won the division at the end of the year, you know, um, they only beat us once, you know. So we had a split decision with the Vikings. Uh, we beat the Bears twice. We beat the Packers twice. So so you guys decide as far as who was the real king of the NFC North. Uh, Viking did win that game. How the heck they came back, or did win the NFC North? How the heck they came back from the deficit that they had with, I think it was the Colts. Yeah, I have no idea, but uh, they were able to do it. Um, but of course, there was other games that they won too, and then we ended up failing. It did hurt. It did really hurt us when we lost to the Carolina Panthers last year. Uh, Actually, we didn't only lose; we got slobber knockers by them, so that hurt us. Um, this year, I think that we're going to do things a lot better, going to be a lot more mature team, and start off good, start off quicker. Uh, that's what you need to do. You can't just, a lot of our games that we lost at the beginning of the year was there would have been just one stop, two stops by the defense. That would have changed our whole season. And no, I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying we should have made the playoffs. Except I do think that they do need to increase the amount of teams that can make the playoffs. Uh, I would like to see two more teams per NFC and AFC North, or for NFC and AFC, two more wild card. So a total of four more wild card teams. That's what I want to see. I know I'm the only one uh, more or less campaigning for this. I also want to see a 20 game regular season. Yeah, I know I got a lot of flack when I said that the first time. Uh, but hey, I want to see more NFL football. I want to see more competitiveness. And I don't really, I think if you look at the other sports, you know, I know this is a much rougher sport than a lot of the other teams because this is not only a sport where it's not only a contact sport, it's a collision sport. So, you know, but I still want to see that 20 game regular season. That would be awesome. And then also two more teams per conference being added to the playoffs. Now, anybody else want to see that? Let's go ahead and start petitioning the NFL to do it. You know, I know you got to work with the players union, the players association. Uh, that's who you need to work with. But and also the NFL guys want to do that too. Uh, hey, I just love the NFL. I love it. I want to see more NFL. I think, and I would. One of the things, okay, I want to see the NFL adopt as far as for rule changes that the XFL has. I want to see transparency as far as in how they make their decisions on calls. When I looked at the XFL, you're right in there listening on how they make the decisions, why this was not a touchdown, why it was a touchdown. Uh, you see where there's a irrefutable proof, you know, or if there is or is not enough proof to go ahead and overturn a referee's call on the play. I think that speaks volumes for what the XFL has done, and I would really, really, really honestly like to see the NFL adopt that rule. Uh, that's basically the main thing I wanted to see taken for the NFL from the NFL for that or from the XFL and the NFL do. Uh, and I would like to see the XFL get a team in Michigan. That would be awesome. Uh, but I don't want it to be in Detroit. I want it to be closer to Grand Rapids or yeah, because that's closer to me in Muskegon. So that's why I would like to see them adopt it. Now, another thing that we're going to be coming up here in April, and shoot, March is almost over, but in April we're going to be seeing the Michigan Panthers again. So, and this year we'll be able to actually see them at Ford Field. Uh, Hopefully, they can have a much better season. Now, I know that I named this "Let's Talk Lions," so um, yes, I do want. I'm talking Lions, but I'm also a total football fan. So, if there's something else, another team that I want to talk about, I will. Uh, and also, if anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know. Thank you for going ahead and watching my stream. Leave comments. Uh, just go ahead and have fun. Uh, I'm not going to stay up a whole lot tonight. I am going to start trying to do more streams. I know it's been a while, and but I do need to get on here more. I definitely want to start doing more streams. At least 3 a week. So I'm going to try to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, uh, more or less kind of like the same time. Okay, actually it would be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday if I kept this schedule because by the time I get out of work, it's more like the next day. So it will be like 1 in the morning on Tuesday, 1 in the morning on Thursday, and 1 in the morning on Saturday. All will be after work. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to increase my content too. So also looking for guest opinions, and also I I would really like to have somebody on here to talk sports, get your views on what you think, what you want, uh, and how I can improve the show. And also, I'm looking into I want to look into personalizing Maniac Sports T-shirts. Um, what I mean by that is basically I'm gonna try to get a design that is what brings out the maniac in you, and where people can go ahead and say, well, this part brings out the maniac in me. I mean, it's easy to say like refs and stuff like that, but more or less what I mean by maniac is a phantom. What goes ahead and makes you go ahead and jumps out of your seat and gets you to act like an idiot by cheering and whatever, as far as what what you do for your team. And heck, you got people that will go ahead and we all see them. And every sport has them, but especially in like football, where you see the face painters. You know, Sometimes you wonder if it's Halloween or something, but those are diehard fans. Those are fans that are willing to go ahead and put, you know, put themselves, you know, make themselves part of the team, as much as they could, So, hey, so that, when I say what brings out the maniac in you, what is it that you like to see? I mean, hey, go ahead and beating Green Bay twice this year, that brought out the maniac in me. Going ahead and actually, and beating Green Bay in Green Bay, the last game of the season, stopping Green Bay from entering the playoffs and having a winning season at the end of the year. That was awesome. That was awesome. And it's going to be the last thing that Aaron Rodgers did as a Packer if he gets traded, which it sounds like it's pretty much a done deal. If he gets traded to the Jets or whoever, you know, uh, the last team that he played as a Packer, he lost to is the Detroit Lions. And Aaron Rodgers, no matter what, you cannot get rid of that. Unless you stay with the Packers and say to hell with it, the Jets. And who knows, I don't know, from what I've been hearing, the Packers are kind of done with you too, you know. So, you just gone to that well too many times. You just went ahead and, you know, threw a monkey wrench in your faith in the fans and your faith in the, you know, in, you were more about you than you were more about the team, you know. So, but I've been streaming for about 30 minutes, so I'm probably going to get out of here. Thank you guys. Please share, comment, um, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And this is Maniac Tim from Tim's Maniac Sports. As a co-founder of Detroit Lions on the Prowl. And saying that, let's go Lions. Let's go ahead and kick some butt. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm done.